So the comic book history of the Barry Allen Flash is among the fastest characters in comic book history, with a wide variety of insane feats under his belt. But his CW incarnation? Well, up till somewhat recently, he kinda left a lot to be desired in the speed department. I mean, yeah, sometimes we got a feat that you'd think would be a pretty huge speed boost, but up till the beginning of season 4, it seemed like the writers were trying as hard as humanly possible to keep Barry's speed relatively low. I guess to make the character more interesting or something? I don't fucking know. But after the writers realized it might be fun actually seeing Barry be what he's been claiming he is since the beginning of the show.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
We've been seeing him busting out more and more impressive speed feats, with one of the more impressive feats in this current season being that bit where Barry and Kara managed to loop the Earth multiple times towards the end of Elseworlds. Holy shit, that looks fucking awesome! I mean, I still remember when he was running at near light speed during the Flash Time episode, and this looks comparable. I mean, I guess I don't really know just eyeballing it, but either way still looks cool. I wonder how fast they were going. Just under light speed? Who knows? Maybe they were going faster than the speed of light. That'd be fucking awesome.
How do we slow down time, Barry?
If Supergirl and I travel around the globe in opposite directions at just over Mach 7, we should be able to create enough centrifugal force to slow the Earth's rotation.
And everything else.
Wait, hold on a second. You mean to tell me a guy who was smart enough to pull off a double major, one of them being in physics,
I majored in physics and chemistry.
is trying to work out a way to slow down time and thinks running around the world at Mach 7 makes sense?
Just over Mach 7.
Oh, who fucking cares, Barry? Your plan is bad and you should feel bad. Now, before I get into how fast Barry's actually going in this scene, I really gotta break down why exactly this plan wouldn't work, because honestly, it's pretty fucking terrible. First off, slowing down the world in order to slow down time wouldn't actually work anyway. I get that it's supposed to be a reference to that scene in the 1978 Superman movie, and I understand that Superman wasn't really rewinding time by just turning the Earth backwards. He was actually moving so fast he traveled backwards in time, so you'd think the writers for the crossover would understand that and carry that same idea over to Barry's plan. But no, they just double down and have Barry literally say that slowing the planet's rotation would slow down time.
At just over Mach 7, we should be able to create enough centrifugal force to slow the Earth's rotation.
And everything else.
Even if it did work though, there's that tiny issue of the Earth being way too big for these two to be doing anything that looks like that at only Mach 7. See, Earth's circumference measures out to be 24,901 miles, or 40,075 kilometers. Traveling at Mach 7, meanwhile, means you'd only be traveling at a speed of 5,370.88 miles per hour, or 8,643.6 kilometers an hour. And doing some simple math tells you that it'd take you about 4.6 hours just to complete one lap around the world at that speed. And I know some of you guys out there might be like, oh, well, maybe they only covered part of the Earth's circumference and they're just running back and forth. That'd probably work. So, okay, fine, let's lowball and say they only covered half the distance. That'd still take them about 2.3 hours, and we know that's literally impossible since we see the two of them looping the Earth multiple times in a single second. So, okay, obviously the intended numbers the writers were trying to throw at this scene make absolutely no sense. So if that's the case, then how fast was Barry really running here? Well, believe it or not, but this one's actually pretty simple to figure out. I mean, all we really need to work out is how many times he ran around the world and how long it took him to do it. Now that having been said, it is a little easier said than done, considering how some of Barry's lightning trails kind of bunch up on each other, and some of Supergirl's trails cover up some of the ones he made, so it does get a little bit tricky trying to count out each individual lap Barry makes around the world. Plus, he clearly starts going way faster here than he was when he first started running, so there's that. So just to make sure I'm working out Barry's absolute fastest speed, I'll only be counting the number of loops he made starting from right here, till just before the camera cuts back to Lois falling. In doing so, we can count that Barry, at his absolute fastest, managed to cover what looks like 17 loops in about 3.65 seconds, which averages out to about 4.65 loops per second. Now that we know that, we can multiply that by how fast you'd have to be to cover the Earth's circumference in a single second, which we can figure out by using the formula for circular velocity. Just plugging in the radius of the Earth and our time frame, then doing some simple math tells us that you'd have to be able to run at a speed of about 89,550,470 miles per hour, or about 144,117,512 kilometers an hour if you wanted to run around the Earth once in a single second. Multiplying that speed by our 4.65 multiplier we found earlier tells us that for Barry to be able to run around the world at a rate of 4.65 times per second, he'd have to be running at a speed of about 416,409,685 miles per hour, or about 670,146,428 kilometers an hour, or about Mach 542,716. That's about 62% the speed of light. I mean, damn, 62% the speed of light? How in the hell did anybody get Mach 7 out of that? More importantly, who the fuck thought it made sense to say that these two moving at super speed is what slows down time for everybody else?
It's the other way around.
I mean, that's the whole point of time dilation. They seemed to get it last season, so I don't know who's fucking up here, but either way, the crossover was still pretty fun. And hey, running at 62% light speed is still pretty cool. I can't wait to see what kind of speed Barry busts out during next year's Crisis on Infinite Earths. But anyways guys, that's my take on how fast Barry was running towards the end of Elseworlds. If you guys agreed with anything I said in this video, or if you have your own calculations you want to throw out there, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then go ahead and click that like button, and if you're new, maybe consider clicking that subscribe button too. I've also got links to my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon in the description. You should probably check those out too. And if you want to see more of my content, then you can click the link to my last video. It's right there in the middle of your screen. Alright, and I will see you all next time.